Shalom Yeshua, when the staff is always by giving all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. This is a quick one, Lord's will on I saw this image and I was like, yo man, that there is the Lord, that there is the power of the Lord. So it's an image of the Genoa bridge collapse where you just got that green truck. Right, the Basco truck, literally 8 meters away from the edge of the collapse. Right, that just shows you, just the power of the Lord and how, look, man, if you're on the wrong side of the Lord, man, you're fucked. But if you're on the right side, the Lord's got you, man. And it's for me, doing this more so just show you, look, man, if the Lord wants you dead, you'll die, right? If the Lord wants you alive, you'll survive. And that's it. And obviously now you got to put a disclaimer. I'm not saying go out there just, being reckless, going into gangland territory thinking you're the boss. No, I'm not saying that at all. Right? But, in your day to day, if you're just doing what you're doing, man, if you're pleasing the Lord will take care of you, right? And the point I wanted to get was here, right? It says this paragraph here. So this is from Euronews. Right, it says, I saw the car disappear into the clouds. That's a subheading. And it goes on to say, the unnamed driver of the famous green Basco truck described seeing traffic vanish ahead of him as the road trembled beneath him. And this is the point. It says, a car just overtook me. I saw it coming in the mirrors. It overtook me and was moving ahead of me. We had just entered the bridge, said the 37-year-old. It was raining a lot, pouring down. It was not possible to go faster. When it overtook me, I slowed down as it was impossible to maintain a safe distance otherwise. And I'll say, look how close he is to the edge. If it weren't for that guy, trying to overtake, most likely, there's a guy overtaking his German whip, right? He does. I don't think it goes on to say what happens to that guy, right? But I can only assume that he may not have made it. Right, and if he did make it, then the whole point of that car going in front of this truck was so that this guy doesn't fall down. Right? So it says, when it overtook me, I slowed down as it was impossible to maintain a safe distance otherwise. But at some point, everything trembled. Oh, it does. Yeah, it says, I saw the car disappear into the clouds. Then I raised my eyes and saw the pillar coming down. I hit the brakes, almost locking the wheels. When I saw the hole underneath, I instinctively backed up and put on the reverse gear to escape that hell, right? Because hell is a condition on earth. It's, ain't no little red man with a pitchfork poking you and shit, right? It says, the driver fled unharmed. He added, I understood that everything had collapsed, that I must run away, right? I left the truck and started running. I saw others in the rain and told them to do the same. I don't know how it is possible, but I am alive, right? And hey, this geezer, he's alive, right, for one or two reasons, right? If he's if he's of the elect, right, so that he can be saved, right? But if he ain't, then it's for his destruction, right? And that's just the realness of the situation. You see some people right now being saved in some miraculous fashion, in some miraculous ways. But if it ain't for their salvation, then damn, it's because the Lord wants them to go another way. Right? So yeah, last I just wanted to get into that because, this guy that overtook him, right, the spirit was on that guy, right? Them angels persuaded the guy, like, hey, drive faster, right? These guys driving fast, makes this guy slow down. This guy slows down, and then because he slowed down, he survived, right? Whereas he, look what it said, man. It said, disappeared into the clouds. But I've spoken too much. Let me get some scriptures, man. This is Sirach 39:28. Right, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Right, so when these angels be, these spirits be, doing what they're doing, whether it's putting, the spirit on the guy to drive so fast that he falls, right, or whatever, right? It appeases the wrath of him that made them. Who made them? The Most High, Yahweh, right? So it makes the Most High happy when these things happen. Right? So fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance, right? And what did the God say? It says it was heavy rains, right? It was raining a lot, pouring down, right? It says all these were created for vengeance. As teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction, right? So it would have been some angels there just pulling down on the bridge until the bridge gave way, right? Hey, a whole load of people died in that incident, man, right? And this here is an example showing you that it's the Lord that controls the issues of life and death, because this guy could have easily been at the bottom, right? Said something like a 40-foot plunge. For instance, these two, this person here saying, Ukrainian Moldovan couple, Natalia, but let me just get to the point. It says they're bandaged all over and in a state of shock. They were going to Nice for a quick holiday. Right, but I bet you more than anything it was a woman. Oh, we should go now because you women love holidays. You love the good times. Right, so they were going to Nice for a quick holiday and had left Casata, whatever, Caserta. Yeah, where is it? What is it? No, maybe like a city where they're from or whatever. Right, it says the previous day at 4, says DeRosa, whose family owned a barbershop which is now run by Babin and Yelena. If only they stopped once more on the road for a cigarette, they would be safe. Right? So it's Psalm 68:20 says, "He that is our power is the power of salvation." So our God is the God of salvation. Right? He saves, man. Right? It says, "And unto the Most High," right? The Lord belong the issues from death. Right? So if someone dies, hey, the Lord had something to do with that, man. Right? In fact, let me get that real quick. This is Isaiah 45:7. It says, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. Yahweh, I the Lord Yahweh do all these things." Right? So the Lord, makes good times and he makes the bad. Right? He does everything, man. Right? It says 1 Samuel 2:6. It says, "Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up." Right? And that's playing into the point. Right? But I'll end on this, which is the main point I wanted to go into. Right? It says Psalms 23:4. It says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me." Right? "Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me." Right? That valley of the shadow of death. Right? That's talking about America. Right? But hey, we ain't supposed to fear. The Lord hasn't given us the spirit of fear. Right? We just supposed to fear the Lord. Right? Now we in this flesh, and sometimes you will fear. But this is why Spirit jumped to me to do this video to show you. Look, man, if the Lord wants ill to happen to you, ill will happen. But if the Lord wants to preserve you and protect you from somewhere, from something, right, then that will happen. So yeah, sometimes the Spirit will just tell you go one way, and then you're expecting to see, what am I gonna find? You don't find anything. But you don't know that the Lord may have just prevented you from something happening the other side. Right? Let me get this as well. It's Psalms 34:7. Right? It says, "The angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them." Right? So yeah, the Lord has his angels, protecting his men. Right? When we're at the camp, the Lord has his angels there. When we're on our day-to-day, the Lord has his angels there. Right? All he asks is that you fear him. How do you fear him? You do as he says. You make your videos. You be brotherly. Right? You do your best to keep the laws. Right? So yeah. So Lord's all that was edifying. Till the next time. Shalom.